Hey guys, just wanted to go over a new motherboard I bought for a server build I'm working on. This is the X9DRD-IF. Doesn't seem to be a lot of info about it on YouTube, so I thought I'd just do a quick overview of it. It is a LGA 2011 socket based on the Sandy Bridge, Ivy Bridge architecture. It seems to be like the younger brother of the XD or excuse me, X9DRD-7LN4F. A little cut down, should be more than plenty for what I am building. This is mainly just a home media server. Might do some experimenting with ZFS and a hypervisor like Proxmox, or maybe one of the enterprise ones that's free to use with a trial. Pretty basic compared to some of the higher end server motherboards. You have two RAM slots, or on each side, four total for each processor. So it supports version 2 Xeon E5s. So I'm going to be running some 24L. Those are kind of the lower wattage processors. So it should support quad channel, and I have 32 gigabytes of ECC memory on the way. It's got 5 PCI lanes. I think these two are for processor 2, and these 3 are for processor 1. So if you don't have a second CPU inserted, I don't think these will work. So this is going to be your only full length slot, but obviously with the cooler, it's going to be limited on the length. So probably just kind of shorter ones there. It's got 10 SATA ports. Looks like 2 of them are the 3.0 and the others are the 2.0. Unfortunately, no USB 3.0, but I do have a USB 3.0 PCI card on the way, so that should give me some faster transfer speeds when experimenting with new operating systems and installing those. So, yeah, like I said, pretty basic motherboard. One thing I did find kind of strange is you have your standard 24-pin connector, and then with the 8 for each processor, but you also have a 4-pin and a 4-pin, so that's kind of strange. But I have enough connectors. I'm running this in a Supermicro 836 server chassis, so with the 12 hot swap bays. I am going to be running a 9 to 11 SAS connector by LSI. It's already flashed to IT mode, so that should support all of my drives. Like I said, pretty good motherboard. There is a more budget-minded version that is the XDR-D-LF, and that one seems to be kind of interesting. It only has just the PCI 16 slot. I'm sure you could use a riser with that, but it's kind of strange. A lot of the ports are missing, like there's not these 8X ports, along with all these additional USB headers and SATA. I am thinking about buying one of those and trying to solder in some of the connections to see if you could still get those to work, and if just the actual physical connections are missing. So that might be a fun experiment for a later video, and install that in a kind of a 1U chassis, because I definitely feel comfortable like soldering extra USB connectors, or even maybe like a SATA port, but PCI 8X slots might be a little above my expertise for SATA. But yeah, it looks like a cool board. I have some 64 gigabytes worth of ECC DDR3 RAM on the way. That was a pretty good deal on eBay. I think I got $30 total on auction, so that should be nice. That should actually be arriving this afternoon, so excited to test that out. Right now I have a 2609 CPU in there. I just bought that for like $250 to update the BIOS and the IP MI network interface. So, like I said, good motherboard. $100 is about what I paid for it. So, if you want to build a server kind of on older technology, if you can, with those 26, 28s, that'll be 8 cores with 16 threads each, so total of about 32 threads. So it should be pretty good for running VMs and ZFS, stuff like that, if as I kind of do some more experimenting. But if you have any more questions, let me know. I'll kind of just give you one more close-up view of the motherboard. It does have an onboard VGA, so that's kind of nice. You don't need to use a PCI card if you are just using this for a server and don't need video output. I might add like a Quadro or maybe just a newer AMD video card for Linux support, just to get some better video output if I want to do like any Plex transcoding. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, and catch you next time.